Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I am going to Stockwood Discovery Centre in Luton to have a look at the Luton Made Vauxhall exhibition. So for those that don't know, Vauxhall is a car manufacturer and they had a manufacturing plant in Luton for a very long time. Unfortunately it closed down last year. So they have an exhibition about Vauxhall to remember the community it built and why it was so important to local history. So chances are if you are from Luton, you probably have some sort of connection to Vauxhall. So for example, my mum's dad, my granddad, worked at Vauxhall. Hey, Editing Charlotte here. Just a quick correction. It was not my granddad who worked at Vauxhall, it was my great-granddad. My granddad worked at General Motors in Dunstable, but my great-granddad was the one that worked at Vauxhall. So yeah, back to the video. So, we're just waiting for the Discovery Centre to open, then we'll go and have a look. So Stockwood Discovery Centre is a museum in Luton and it actually has the UK's largest collection of horse-drawn carriages. I'll probably come back at some point and do a video just about the museum itself, but today I just want to focus solely on the Luton Made Vauxhall exhibition. So as you come up to the exhibition, we see this camper van. I love this. If I had all the money in the world and I didn't have to worry about work, stuff like that, I would absolutely get a camper van and just travel around the country. That is my dream. It is so cool, I love this. Little peek through the window here. How cool is this? So I'm actually here today with my
YouTube.
So I'm here today with my dad. So you've actually been to this exhibition before, haven't you?
Have, yeah.
Well,
Twice.
so this is actually my first time looking at the exhibition. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Great exhibition.
So I have actually seen this little bit just as you go into the exhibition.
Yeah.
They have got a little crafts bit here. When they had the opening day, I've done some arts and crafts here for the kids, but haven't yet been in the exhibition. Really cool little car model here, made out of balsa wood, and it's from 1969. And it is an original exemplary entry from a Vauxhall Craftsman's Guild competition. Apprenticeship booklet. As I said, the Vauxhall was a huge employer in Luton. So chances are if you're from Luton like I am, there's someone somewhere in your family who has a connection to Vauxhall. And over here we have certificate of training. This is certified that Andrew King trained with the company as a craft apprentice. Been a long time since I got any certificates. Here are some tools in this workstation. So this workstation recreation will be familiar to many young apprentices. In the early day of the training, students made their own toolbox, that's cool, and a range of test pieces like those shown here. So I wonder if this toolbox was actually probably created by an apprentice. That is so cool. I love seeing handmade things. I just find them they're very beautiful, handmade things. Here we have a Vauxhall retirement pack, a practical guide to your future. Then there's all different booklets and a mug. I love a good mug. Oh, okay, so press shop, which is these things here, press shop switch, was actually the first part of making a car. So some uniform here. Obviously we've got ear protection and face protection as well. I love this poster. It feels very 80s. They don't do posters like they used to. Let's bring back hand-drawn posters. They have such a lovely charm to them. Turn a few heads. Look at this little griffin. So this, I assume, would have gone on, yeah, it's a car topper, so it would have gone on top of the car. How beautiful is that? Hey, once again, let's bring back car toppers like this. This is from the 1920s and it's beautiful. I love a griffin. This is a paint shop outfit, and this is a recreation of what someone would have worn in the press shop. So this is something I know about, a sewing machine. I love my sewing machine at home. It's saved me so much time when I'm making new puppets. I honestly can't imagine my life now without a sewing machine, to be quite honest. So here we have a Vauxhall Cavalier. So I imagine from the 90s. It is beautiful. Red cars always remind me of my dad's cars growing up. He always seemed to have a red car. Not on purpose, just ended up always having a red car. So yeah, it reminds me of childhood, red cars and long car trips down to Cornwall for our summer holidays. Here we have a little wall for little kids to play with, and obviously big adults like me. Hello! Let's do a tryst. Oh, tryst. Little gear stick. And then you can design your own number plate. That just sticks on there. So they would do about 500 cars a day. Make whole cars, 500 of them in one day, which is pretty insane. So I think I definitely need to go back and have my eyes tested because I completely misread this. Vauxhall Bedford factory parts. I misread it as factory pants. I was like, oh, they got special Vauxhall pants. But no, I just can't see properly apparently. So this would have been the final assembly inspection. So just to make sure that all the cars were up to standard. I just can't get over 500 cars a day. That's absolutely crazy. These are the Canteen Fever puddings, little replicas of puddings that they were available at Christmas to buy. And looks like we got some little smell things here. So let's smell them. So this one is Christmas pudding. Oh, that is really nice. It's spice in there and it smells really sweet. That smells lovely. I want a candle that smells like this now. It smells beautiful. It really does smell of Christmas. And then we have this one, which is bread, and fresh bread smells are just, oh yeah, I love the smell of fresh bread. Is one of the best smells out there. Yeah. One important part of Vauxhall history is their role during the Second World War. So within the first year, the first Churchill tank was completed. And by the end of a 6-year conflict, they had produced 250,000 Bedford trucks and 5,640 Churchill tanks, all here in Luton. Then over here we have Churchill visiting Luton Hoo. I've never actually been to Luton Hoo. I've been told that it is a really lovely place to have a wander around. Then over here we have some more testing at Luton Hoo. And I love this one. This is a truck testing at Waldown Park. So Waldown Park has a lake and they would go and test the waterproof, how waterproof they are and the performance in the lake. Imagine just walking through a park and just seeing, a tank being tested, or, a World War II truck in the river. Little model of, what was this one again, Dad, this model?
Churchill.
So this is a model of a Churchill tank. My dad is a big fan of modelling. So it's a Luton Vauxhall Churchill tank model. Yeah, my dad loves making model planes and tanks, stuff like that. So he's sitting behind me correcting me on this. Here we have Surface Sam. So he was created to provide guidance and maintenance support through informative posters. So yeah, make sure you listen to Surface Sam, and remember, you're never too tough for first aid. So Vauxhall Motors closed last year and they were actually in Luton for 120 years. 120 years of history. So the last day of 2025, the final closure day. The final van to come off the production line. So Vauxhall even had their own in-house magazine/paper. The Vauxhall Mirror, Sports Day Spectacular. I'll be honest, I never liked Sports Day. Sports Day was like the worst day of school for me. I was definitely not a sporty kid at all. And I am not a sporty adult either. So we had those different things for the workers. And the Griffin Players is still about today. A little Amdram community theatre group. So here we have a wall of drawings from local kids in the community. There are some amazing drawings on here. And that was the Vauxhall exhibition at Stockwood Discovery Centre. I don't know anything about cars, I don't drive, I know nothing. But what really strikes me about this exhibition is that it really shows the community that this place created. It's here for 120 years in Luton, so much history there and so much social history as well, which I love. As you go around, there's also some audio clips you can listen to of people that worked there telling about the community and what it was like working there. Overall, it's just such an interesting exhibition, and I would definitely recommend it if you're in the area and you want to learn a bit more about part of Luton history. So thank you so much for joining me today as I looked around the Vauxhall exhibition. At some point I'm going to come back to Stockwood and do a whole video about the actual museum itself and the permanent displays, but today I just wanted to focus on the Vauxhall exhibition. So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up down below, and if you have worked at Vauxhall, please let me know about your stories in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. On this channel I chat about all the things that I'm interested in, from dolls, toys and nostalgia, to books, to arts and crafts, and of course the odd occasional travel vlog. With that all being said, I will see you in the next one.